Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. So what do you call a team of not so great Marvel heroes joining forces to take on an evil Illuminati? Well, in this issue of New Avengers #1, it delivers a high energy start packed with some good danger and a roster of Marvel's most unpredictable anti-heroes. Written by Sam Humphries with stunning artwork that brings every intense moment to life, this story kicks off with Bucky Barnes and Black Widow assembling an unsettling team for a mission that promises some good old chaos. Marvel describes this squad as, quote, 5 of the most dangerous loners and anti-heroes in the Marvel Universe, unquote. Featuring Carnage, the Hulk, Namor, Clea, and Wolverine, this cast definitely makes for a nice, eclectic team, but we'll have to meet them later on in the issue. Instead, we begin in the New Mexico desert where Bucky Barnes is handling some business at a lonely gas station run by a guy named Earl. Turns out Earl's been selling out his neighbors to Dr. Doom for cheaper sort of gas prices, right? Which definitely isn't cool. Bucky decides it's time to send a message and sets the station ablaze with some good old Molotov cocktails. Just when you think Earl might have met his end, he's seen cringing as the explosion erupts and starts to run away. But then, the tension sort of cranks up and a gun presses against Bucky's temple, which is Black Widow entering the scene, playfully calling him by his old codename Revolution. Bucky corrects her and mentions that he's actually just a Winter Soldier now and operating solo ever since she actually left him. The exchange alone hints at their very complicated history, but before we get too deep into those emotions, Natasha cuts through it with a disrespectful remark, quote, "Some things are more fun together," right? Next thing we know, they're in bed together. Another nice moment between these two battle-hardened spies, which we've had the pleasure of seeing a lot in the past. Now fast forward, Natasha reveals that her real reason for tracking Bucky down is she's got a mission that requires his help. Hundreds of people have vanished near a rumored experimental Russian lab, and she intends to infiltrate the facility. Now Bucky does hesitate, right? No more teams, he says, but Natasha is persuasive, and more than 200 missing civilians are enough to change his mind. Now enter Laura Kinley, aka the new Wolverine. Right, this scene shifts outside the Russian lab where Natasha and Bucky are taking down guards. Bucky asks whether or where the diversion is, and the answer comes in the form of Laura Kinney in her nice full Wolverine gear, slicing right through the soldiers like it's nothing, right? The artwork here is incredible, with a full page spread showcasing Laura's tearing sort of like through the enemy forces, right? And Bucky telling Natasha, quote, she's the best thing at what she does, or she is the best there is at what she does, right? Which is now an obvious nod to Logo's iconic tagline. Now, next we jump into the brief flashback of Bucky meeting Laura in New York, where he tries to recruit her for the mission. Like him, she initially refuses and, quote, "I know your crowd, I'm not joining up so I can be judged," right? But before Bucky reassures her, this mission won't involve usual suspects like Captain America or Captain Marvel, so he just needs her for her unsettling skill set. Now, back in the present, the three heroes do storm the lab, and what they find inside is straight up nightmare fuel, right? Regular people mutated and experimented on, their bodies twisted in some crazy ways. Bucky, Natasha, and Laura do get to work and get them out to safety, but the search continues deeper into the actual facility itself. Then comes the wildest reveal yet, the Jackal, right? At first, he looks like he's like a tall gremlin in a white suit and hat, but he stands in front of them, row number like in metal doors, and orders several of them to be unlocked, right? Bucky and his own contingency plan, actually runs his own contingency plan, detonating a hidden explosive in the lab, causing some crazy chaos in the room. And then Namor enters like an absolute boss. Emerging from the smoke, he declares, "Strike like not like lightning," you said, "by more than flash and thunder," unquote, right? Now he joins the team just as they're picking themselves off the floor, throwing out a sarcastic jab, quote, "Perhaps it's a little to the left of us next time," right? The mix of humor and tension here is a nice testament to Humphrey's writing, helping balance the gravity of the mission with well-placed comedic moments, which is nice. And then the metal doors fly open, right? From one of them steps what looks like Iron Man until he blasts the team with a massive energy surge, right? Quote, "No one like that, no, not Iron Man at all." Instead, we see a freakish mutant version of the Illuminati, featuring monstrous versions of Iron Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Mr. Fantastic, and Professor X, right? It's essentially a negative Illuminati, or maybe an anti-Illuminati, depending how you want to sort of frame it, right? Now the fight kicks off with Natasha asking Bucky, quote, "Who else was in the Illuminati?" Then the Inhumans' proud leader, Black Bolt, enters the scene. True to his nature, he barely whispers his name before a screaming shout, unleashing a devastating shockwave. The issue ends in pure destruction with a nice massive white thum. Now, New Avengers #1 delivers sort of like big in this debut issue. It's a nice, solid mix of action, intrigue, and unexpected team-ups. The writing is very sharp, the artwork is stunning, and the humor lands perfectly when needed. Seeing Bucky and Natasha reunited and Marvel fully embracing the gritty, dangerous nature of this awesome squad makes it a must-read. Plus, the anti-Illuminati reveal, pretty amazing in my opinion, right? So there you have it, folks. Thanks for joining me today. We took a look at this issue, and feel free to check out my channel for more content on the coolest Marvel comics around.